to go,
Oh,
then
yeah.
it may not really matter quite yet. But you get my point. You wanna start off right.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like you get off on a good foot, you feel confident, it boosts morale for the team. You go in the rest of the days feeling great, and that's what you want. You want a smooth ride to the groups, a good time in the playoffs, and you ride yourself up top. That's the dream for every team.
True. I'm gonna have a quick pause out. It is merienda time after all.
Oh yes, exactly it, Mike. A bit close to dinner, so it's a late merienda, but you know, Neon Boys looks like might be grabbing a quick bite to eat here.
Nothing wrong with that. Oh, how good would your Page look right now if we had like an Immortal or something, you know, on that Earth Spirit? I mean, he's got the weapon, but that's really it. Like that cosmetic, I'm not a big fan of it. What's it called?
Nah, I'm not even sure.
Called? What is this?
It's the
the Jade General.
Armor of the Jade General. Yeah.
See, it's just I don't know. I don't know what kind of look they were trying to go for here. It's
trying
pretty
to look like Magnus. It's got a big horn.
True.
Budget Magnus, I guess. I know that. Well, you know, there's still Treasure Tree that could come out, Mike. I wouldn't hold my hopes out, but. Oh god.
When is Treasure 3 coming out? Like, how long do we have left for this battle pass? Isn't it like
a
1 week or some crap? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was supposed to end last week. It was supposed to end this week, at the start of this week. So, I don't know, Mike. I mean, think about that. Think about that for a moment. Battle Pass was supposed to end. Treasure Tree hasn't come out. They say they extend it. So you're giving a very small window for people who might want Treasure Tree to buy it. You're giving a small window for people to grind more levels. It feels a bit weird, especially since TI should actually be over and Treasure Tree's not out. You know, like... The window's a bit weird for me, Mike. I know. It's a strange one.
That, and there's no hero reveals yet, which is a bit upsetting. No new heroes being revealed for Dota as of yet, which is... Well, come on, Valve. Let's get to work. You know, it's about that time.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there were some data mining leaks about something called the Puppet Master.
I saw.
Now, yeah, I would assume that it's actually all a ploy. The actual Puppet Master gameplay is you control all 5 heroes in the game. It's the solo player's dream, Mike.
Neon Esports going to rush towards FBZ. Not going to be able to catch him out, but they should be able to just easily secure both these bottom bounty runes, and of course Boom Esports will run towards the top bounty runes. So just mixing it up here between the two. Nothing too special to occur yet. Just 30 seconds. Unless Boom want to try and take a fight down to this bot lane, which would be nice to see, and they just may. They're starting to close in. Neon patiently waiting. Surely not. They must be very well aware that Boom would have had reinforcements come in now. Or are they? FBZ going to start onto our Grimstroke. Skem. Got to be cautious about that tag team. He does not have Blink Strike. He does have Dagger. And that tag team's going to do a lot of damage. But Hyde is the first one to go down. And now it's all kinds of chaos. They're still trying for Skem. They will get him. But they'll lose FBZ in the process. And even Kescute now on Boom Esports falling very, very low. JG has another power shot up. And will not connect it. Nice sidestep out from Kescute. Still a 2-for-1 trade for Neon Esports.
Yeah, it's fantastic time for Neon. Finding that early aggression, making it pay off. Boom, overstepping their bounds just a bit. Overestimating the damage they can pump out. You got to respect the Tiny. Avalanche in a wide area like that, a lot of heroes just drop very low at this point in the game.
True. Looks like we're going to have an aggressive tri-lane up against tri-lane here down at this bot lane, at least for now. Play hard. He doesn't have the level 1 toss yet, as he did go for that avalanche, so you don't have the greatest ways of getting someone out of position. But he is very close to hitting that level 2 mark, and they do start with the dagger on Hyde. Hyde, where are you running, sir? He really wanted that range creep. And he gets it. But it's going to cost him his life, and Playhard's just going to chase it down. Not sure if that was very worthwhile.
Definitely not. Giving out these early levels to tri-lane only makes it work out. Like, they're finding the EXP because of these kills. Look at FBZ. He's got a solo lane. He's still level 1, about to hit 2. This is not a good sign. You've got 2 level 2 heroes down bot. You've got even Playhard's going to hit level 2 at a good time. They're just going to have a little bit of a spike ahead of Boom, and Boom, 3-1, not a good idea. Even ignoring this lane.
They were stacking the creep wave. That was the play from our Chen. Speaking of FBZ, gonna drop fairly low, but will be able to survive thanks to the stick charges he did have. But it seems like the play from our Chen was to stack the creep wave. Unfortunately, Neon Esports were aware that that was happening, and they stacked their own creep wave. So,
oh yeah.
Now you've got a double creep wave that essentially Skem should be able to just freely farm up. See if Boom can get anything out of this.
Yeah, they've got to be really cautious, Boom. Once you start to fall behind, the Chen can feel really hard to bounce back in.
AG,
and
top lane, John. He's trying to pop the wind run. Kezcute blocking him off, but eventually he does get out. No, a great chance, but he will eat the tree. He'll be fine.
Yeah, and this top lane is a lot less action. JG is solo, so the Wind Ranger is going to have a lot of EXP as long as they can maintain that range. Kezcute on point, but at least keeping that distance up.
Bot lane, FBZ dropping again. They're not running the tri-lane up against Neon Esports anymore, but the problem is Neon is continuing their own tri-lane. So FBZ just can't lane any longer.
Oh yeah, it's a messy time. Your Beastmaster's lagging behind, your Chen is going to have to start jungling. You're going to have to start stacking those camps up as a catch-up. And FBZ, he has to be content with just finding EXP. That's all he can hope for now. He is still level 2. Skem's at 3. John Uel's at 3. There is nothing you're going to get from this lane if you show your face. Just soak that EXP. Hope your Chen gets that space to stack camps, and you hope the other lanes are going well. You look at the mid. Your Paj up against Mikado. Earth Spirit against Void Spirit. Really even so far, but Mikado is finding more last hits. So you are lagging behind there for Yopaj in terms of farm, but it's really going to be level 6 that sets the pace. Mikado is going to have a big spike, and he might be able to go for a kill opportunity. Yopaj has to be aware of that, and kind of just watch that timer as well.
Absolutely. Yopaj looking for that power rune. He does have the advantage because he does have rolling boulder, and it is going to be bot anyway, so he gets a nice double damage for himself now. And this is one thing for Boom Esports. You don't want to allow them to just fight 1v1 over these power runes at the 4-minute mark, because the Earth Spirit will always win prior to that level 6 mark. You can't really leave Makoto alone like that to secure the power rune on his own.
Nah, it gets a bit iffy though.
Skem finding another on FBZ, and now Hyde is going down. Kezcute pops the tag team, trying to help out, but there was no chance. Another double for Skem, and that's going to make it so it's a 6-1 at 4.5 minutes in.
Yeah, fantastic start for Neon. Really good bounce back. Boom isn't too far behind in terms of farm though. Just a 1k advantage for Neon in that end, so they're still finding ways of farming up. They're still finding ways of keeping up in terms of last hits. A lot of that is going to be on Dream. We saw the 1v1 lane for JG. Hasn't been slowing down the Lifestealer, but you're going to be glad slowing down the Beast. The Beastmaster is really what sets a tempo for a team. He's the one that split pushes. He's the one that wants a fast Necronomicon. You're not seeing any of that line up for FBZ.
You are not. FBZ again, going to get gone on, but no, there will be a rotation out this time to try and help, but it won't matter. John Uel getting the kill onto Kezcute. Hyde just needs to run. This bot lane is an absolute disaster for Boom Esports. It's just, I'm surprised they haven't given up on it yet.
Yeah, they're still maintaining a presence, but I don't think you throw that many bodies. You just let FBZ handle it. If not FBZ, you'll let one of the supports soak up there, while everyone else just plays in jungle. You have a Chen, he can stack camps for you. You play catch up there. That should be the game plan. But when you give Neon this kind of start, look at Skem, level 5, top of the last hits board, top of net worth. He's gonna have a good time into the Desolator or Battle Fury if he wants. And a PA that gets super fast farm can melt heroes really early on.
Playing Dreamer Cell, still having a very nice time on the Lifestealer, but JG is having an even better time, and bot lane Yopaj is going to roll in onto Hyde. With the Ink Swirl there, it's a fair bit of damage, and now the Magnetize activated. Kezcute again trying to go in and help, but it is no good. He'll be the secondary. We've seen this over and over again. You can't run in like that. The tag team does nothing.
No, it's not. That early aggression you expect from this lineup not paying off. Like, you're not finding any room. Even up top, JG's brave enough to just completely dive Dreamocell with his first focus fire. And Dreamocell, he drops to half. So your lanes just aren't working out in your favor. You need to take a step back, farm in the jungle. And FBZ is starting on that jungle. You can't afford to bleed out with this. So they've got to play it smart, ward up those entrances, keep your core safe in the jungle, and try to bounce back. Just accept that the first 10 minutes are gone.
Boom, gonna start grouping up towards that top lane. Makoto and Kezcute gonna be there. They know that JG is around on the Wind Ranger. Still not a very easy kill. She does have level 2 Wind Run, so has plenty of potential to just run away. Of course, you can't really go after your Page anymore in the Earth Spirit either. He's got the double braces out already. So he is very, very tanky. You're going to need at least 3 heroes if you want him. They're going to bring in 2. Makoto going to try with an Astral Step, but Yopage just rolls into him. Yeah, with those double braces, it is very, very hard to get through that HP pool.
Oh yeah, he's not going to be an easy target if Boom wants to get these rotations out. I'm not sure who's an easy target anymore. Even Skem is at level 7. You know, he's got the value point in Blur. Can be able to avoid some of that damage. Got the power treads, so you can switch it to strength for a little bit more durability. He is going for the Battle Fury build. So I think that greed's going to pay off because there's just nothing from Boom. Like, he can actually afford to go for this route.
I mean, it makes sense as well, right? Because you are going into the Chen Beastmaster. Just having that Battle Fury to clear out those creeps with 1 crit. Makoto, Astral stepping away, Yopage, Boulder Smash. Doesn't connect.
Yeah,
just let it go.
It's a close call. You can't really... Every single lane, Boom tries to come in. Neon is right there on their tails in mid.
Inkswell going to be out with the Boulder Smash, though Snowball will save the day for Kezcute. He'll try to turn around with Makoto now TPing, but he activates the Magnetize. And that'll force them back. Yopage won't try to dive the tier 1 tower. We'll just accept the fact that he survives and he'll leave it at that.
Yeah, it's could have been worse for Boom, so they're going to take that. They're going to be happy enough to have the Magnetize gone. They're still needing a lot of skills up. I think you want to wait for FBZ's Roar before you go for these rotations. You need 6 in your Beastmaster, which is so strange to say at 10 minutes in, but you need level 6 in your Beast before you can get anything done on the map. And just patience. And Boom is really pulling back. You know, they're playing on their side of a river. They're focused on the jungle. Just play that way. Neon, for their part, are maximizing that time to farm. You know, Scam's still having a wonderful time top of the leaderboard. JG is doing okay up top, keeping up with the form of Dreamocell.
He was looking for a roar, John. Yopage is going to miss the roll, going back for the bounty. They are going to get started. Kezcute will get there with the tag team. He's still way too tanky. Meanwhile, Scam killing off Playhard, or rather Hyde. Playhard does go down to Makoto. Yopage still alive as Scam just going to jump in with a crit. FBZ getting saved by the snowball. Back into Scam. The Inkswell will kill him off. They're still chasing Yopage, but he is just too tanky to deal with right now. Makoto cannot finish the job. He's going to keep trying. He has another Astral Step in a few seconds. Kicked away. Oh no, Yopage kicks him away. And they're going to roll back in onto him. Makoto, with the Dissimulate, just wants to leave. But it looks like he is in danger. As the Aether Remnant going to lock down Scam, but he is critting quite often. Back with the dagger, gets another. Now the roll back in from Yopage. FBZ do not TP to that tier 1 tower, sir. He's going to go back after Yopage, but he's kicked away again. The dagger's flying out. Still chasing this Earth Spirit, but it is going to be no good. They'll have to settle for Playhard, while Yopage will TP out right in front of him.
Oh man, Yopage just dancing on the Earth Spirit, styling around, and it's like a pool game to him, you know? It's like billiards, just knocking them all over into every hole. Boom Esports. What are you going to do? 13-3, 4K lead. Scam is perfectly fine joining in. This is a PA with power treads, 2 Wraith Bands, and a Claymore. And she's still doing a heck lot of damage out. You're gonna need to find a way to stop this bleeding, and it looks like the answer for them on Boom's side is to get a push going on that bot tier 1.
We're gonna move in, roll out onto FBZ. They love going after this Beastmaster with the Inkswell and the Soulpine, and they are just gonna melt. They commit the Roar, but it does nothing. Kescute trying to help out, gets the infest off for the Lifestealer. Meanwhile, top lane, they'll lose their Chen. Hyde, he goes down solo to JG, and Yopaj is still taunting them. He'll kick away the tusk. Oh, top lane JG, he could be in danger. Makoto is looking towards the Wind Ranger, but I honestly don't believe he has the damage output.
No. No, it's lacking right now.
He's
still level 9.
Still there. Infest. He's going to pop out. Yopaj, he's out of boulders. He's just going to do it the old-fashioned way. He could be in trouble now. Does have the roll up. Will roll back into them in the air. Gets tossed up by Playhard, but they do at least get Yopaj. And now Skem could be in a spot of danger. Dream Missile, he's hitting hard. That'll be it. 5k net worth advantage for Neon.
Scam.
Oh, Scam. Makoto came in, cleans him up.
Oh man, he went into farm in that lane after seeing all the heroes there. A bit greedy for Scam. Good punishment from Boom. That's the one kill they're looking for. On top of that kill on Yopaj, sets them up for that opportunity to push that bot tier 1 to even out the map control. So they're going to have that on for them at least. Doesn't look like Neon's going to be set to defend that. They find the objective. So they get some gold injection back. 3k lead for Neon, still 16-5. 13 minutes in, they roll in.
Yeah, he's in trouble mid lane, gets Inksword up, and with the power shot flying through, Yopaj is able to finish off the kill, but now Makoto just straight up shows himself with a great astral step into play hard with the Soulbind, and Toss is there. Toss him back up, there goes Makoto. Yopaj does also fall to Dreamer Cell, and it's basically Dreamer Cell against the world right now. But FBZ going back onto Skem with the snowball follow-up. Dreamer Cell on a triple, he'll go after the PA now, but Skem doesn't want to deal with him. Dreamer Cell is just way too farmed right now with the rage. Going back up, gets an ultra kill. Would love the rampage, but JG is already out of there. Well, Dreamer Cell, Johnny's putting his team on his back right now, I'll tell you. He's making it work.
Definitely is. That armlet just giving him a lot more durability and a lot more damage than you'd expect. Neon, they're still very keen to start these fights, but it's about time to start thinking about farming. You know, you need Scam to get that Battle Fury. As long as it's not built up, then he's not getting as much as you'd want him to. So take a step back, get some farm on your PA. The timing is now evened out because they spent so much time fighting. It's the 15-minute mark, so the timing of the Battle Fury is not going to be as amazing. Just get that done first. You know, start building up there. Maybe wait out the MKB on JG. And then once you've got that, you're gravy. You can start jumping back in. You can start forcing these fights. Boom are looking a bit better. They've got the level 6 on Hyde. I believe he's flying out his mech. So the Chen is in action. The regen he brings, the sustain he brings is there. And that means that if you fight into Boom now, you might be in for a nasty surprise with how long it takes for them to die.
Play hard. Smoked up with his team, gonna find Kescute. A lot of pings coming out. Yopaj is gonna be there with the Inkswell and the roll in, and that'll be Kescute gone. Can't even buy any time. So he was silenced up. Meanwhile, top lane, however, JG in a spot of danger. Makoto is able to perhaps find him. No, the shackles are there with the focus fire, but he does get the range. Still going to be careful for play hard now. He can't astral step at the moment. So Avalanche Toss going to be out, but Makoto going to fight back. Still Yopaj trying to roll in. There's a roar out from FBZ now. They're looking to turn. Magnetize is activated, but Yopaj, I don't believe he can do this by himself, or he could try. He'll refresh the Magnetize once again, but here comes Dreamer Cell. He's the big problem, and they don't even need him yet. Makoto, he's on a triple, but it looks like Skem wants to try and fight back. No. He was hoping for a lucky crit on the dagger. Nice ward placement there from Kescute. And they're going to force a Roshan.
Ooh, that's a brave play from Boom, but they know that they're ahead. They want to maximize this momentum. Going to be spotted easily, though. Got to be cautious in that tight area.
Smoke out. Kodo Love to get Skem first, and they just rush in. No, they'll go after John UL. Oh, boom. They are looking very scary now. Completely wiping out that net worth lead that Neon had. Avalanche is going to be there onto Hyde, but he is still alive. He just heals himself up. Back to the Roshan.
This is difficult. Neon just losing 1 by 1. They could still try to force the Rosh. It's just falling way too fast for them to come in. Yopaj could try for a roll.
Oh, Makoto going after that Wind Ranger once again, but will leave him be afterwards. They just want the Aegis. Dreamercell will be able to take it on the Lifestealer now, and Boom Esports, they are going to be very, very happy with the set of events that have just occurred.
Yeah, they turn around at lead, less than 1k. They've got the Aegis, they've got everything they could ask for on their heroes. You know, the damage is starting to pour in, the durability is there, the control is coming out. And Neon, you know, Skem has the Battle Fury, that's nice. He just needs to farm now. Onto the Desolator. He needs to build into that. JG still has to finish up his MKB as well. Just lacks about 50 gold, but he's in a dicey spot here. Dreamwassault's keeping an eye out.
JG gonna get open wounded. Do they have the snowball? They do. JG can't get out with the TP and has no choice but to go down. He did buy his MKB out beforehand. They tried to push the mid-tier 1 tower in time, but Dreamwassaul's gonna force a TP there as well. He's not willing to give any breathing room right now to Neon.
Yeah, and that's the game plan. Like, Neon, if they don't find these objectives fast, they don't get to reel that jungle in. If they don't get to reel that jungle in, boom, they bounce back like this. They just stay there, they play patiently, they get the mid-tier 1 first, and they can start looking for more kills.
They won't find anything yet. Play hard. Yes, bit dangerous here. He's almost got that blink up on the Tiny. It's a bit late, and he's been forced to hold the Philosopher's Stone to try and get some passive gold up for himself. Things are really starting to slow down for Neon. Hyde, gonna get jumped here by Yopaj. There's your Inkswell, but they just can't commit all the way as Makoto does TP in now. In fact, there's more in the back lines, but they do kill off Hyde with a power shot out from JG. Yopaj still going, rolling back in onto Makoto. There's your Soulbind as well with an Inkswell to be committed. Is it going to be enough? It's a lot of damage, but Dreamwassault, he's just hitting too hard. A triple kill out for Dreamwassault. He is really becoming the nightmare of Neon Esports, I tell you.
Oh, he definitely is. He's even skipping the MKB. He doesn't even feel like he needs it up against that PA. He's going straight for the Basher. And Dreamwassault, you said he was a nightmare. He hasn't died once, Mike. 10-0 so far. Massive streak on that guy. Fantastic plays here in game number 2. That net worth lead you had on Neon's end, less than 1k now, and they've got that Desolator and Skem. This might be the time to show that hand without a BKB though. But all the control and boom, could be a bit scary to commit fully into a fight here.
Neon, they're gonna group up as 4 again. You've got so much farm on Skem, it's just a matter of whether he can fight yet, and I think the BKB is exactly what he's going to need first. I just worry though, as Dreamwassault is getting close to that MKB. It's like, does it even matter if you have a BKB, if Dreamwassault can just hit you?
No, it's not going to matter much. Like, even with the BKB, you already have to worry about Roar, so that means someone on Neon will have to bait the Roar out first, which is a difficult proposition because PA kind of wants to jump in. And then, the fact that you lose your evasion, it's going to be difficult to maximize that PA here. Dreamwassault just really playing at his cards right, switching out from Basher. That's what you want to see. Neon, for their part, they're grouped up top, but there's no one there. They do smoke up. They're going to try to walk in, but it's going to be intercepted.
Here's Makoto, just jumps in after JG. They're going. They'll go after JG again, but the Soulbind is controlling up Makoto. There's FBZ out with the Roar, but they are melting to Skem's damage. Hyde, Makoto, and Kescute all down, and now FBZ being slowed up, and that'll be a double out for Skem. Why not just take the Chen creeps as well? The only person to survive was Dreamer Soul, and he was not there.
Oh, that was a strange decision by Boom. Walking up there, playing as 4 without their lifestealer at this point in the game, like it's so strange because they already had a glimpse of Skem. They probably knew he had a Battle Fury. They knew if Neon would come out, that meant they had the Desolator. You know, that's when the PA can go kaboom, and you got to respect the power of that PA. When you bounce back like this, it is massive. You need that MKB ASAP, and you need to be very careful with how you initiate these fights.
On the bright side, well, not really bright side for Boom Esports. The Aegis does expire. That's a bright side for Neon. Still, I guess one bright side for Boom Esports after that bad team fight is Makoto now has the Aghanim Scepter. So, you've got the double Resonant Pulse, you've got the double Silence. You would have loved in the last team fight. Looks like Makoto is going to make his way down south and see if he can find a nice little straggler, but nobody's going to be around.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Instead, Boom Esports, the rest of them will just group up in the mid lane and just keep it pushed out. I do wonder whether there's going to be a point where Boom start to get a little bit concerned about how much damage Skem is dealing, because right now he is at the top of the net worth board.
Oh yeah.
It is still a PA where if you get a bit lucky with those crits, you never know how fast someone can get deleted.
Yeah. It's only set to get worse once you get certain talents. Power Spike shoots up massively. I'd say level 20. You know, Armor Corruption's nice. The MKB's there, so evasion's not amazing. But if you block off the creep damage, for example, at that point, you're just not going to get hit. You really need Dreamer Cell around. I'd say for Boom at this point, with a BKB in play from Skem, you're going to want a Heaven's Halberd to preemptively keep Skem in check. The issue is no one's really building up towards that. So there's no disarm here to stop that PA from just hitting away.
Yeah, I'm just going to hold that triangle. Skem, just have that 10-second BKB charge now. Still a very passive moment in this game. We're about to approach that 25-minute mark, and they should maybe see a bit of a scuttle over the bounty runes, but looks like Boom Esports are going to just secure the southern side of the map. There are pings coming out, however, now. Boom, they are starting to ping towards that Radiant Triangle. You do have such big items that came out on Boom that you'd expect that they want to take a fight. They will eventually smoke up. To play hard on the Tiny. Play hard, still alive. Meanwhile, Dreamer Cell going straight after Yopaj. They do start with the Tiny going down. Now Dreamer Cell with the clumsy net holding him down. Yopaj in big trouble. The Aetherem to lock him out as well. Yopaj, he does go down. Skem trying to fight back, does get Dreamer Cell. There's your life stealer gone, and Skem, that's a big crit out. Killing off Hyde, and now back onto FBZ.
Oh, man. Oh, no.
Not great news for Boom Esports.
They just got deleted. And Skem, it's the PA. You know, he gets the level 20 talent as well. Armor corruption up, so a lot of minus armor, a lot of damage. BKB means you're not keeping him in check. You've got to commit the roar on PA. And no disarms, nothing like that. Skem just goes. Like, this is when Boom should be very cautious. Their lifestealer is not nearly tanky enough to contend up against that PA. You're just not getting it there.
There goes the tier 2 mid. Might even roll into Makoto, but no, he does TP away. Dreamer Cell. And he's going to work towards that Abyssal Blade now on that lifestealer. Just understanding he needs more lockdown through the BKB of Skem. They just can't afford to have him jumping around, hitting whoever he wants. Her team's going to spot out a Roshan now. I think this Roshan's going to be very, very important. And MLPDotA does actually jump into Yopaj, but he's acting like an illusion. Does eventually realize it is the real one, and now they do catch him out. Well, it almost worked.
Yeah. They get a nice kill. That's going to open up the Rosh. You're not going to have to worry about the roll in. But Boom is still in a very awkward spot. They're still afraid of committing. You've got them around. They've smoked up here on Neon's end.
Skem is the one to be afraid of here on the PA. Does see them with that blur. Power shot to keep up the vision of that Roshan. They know they can't afford to let it go down. It's very difficult though with Yopaj not having buyback, and now JG is going to get jumped by MLPDotA. It gets absolutely deleted, and that's your Roshan gone. They can't contest it. Boom Esports. They'll get it for Dreamer Cell. Invest in straight away into MLPDotA, and they're looking for more. They want another team fight immediately.
Yeah, you got to press that advantage. They know Yopaj is gone. They know that Neon's going to be playing at the numbers disadvantage. They've got to widen it. There's still a 2K lead for Neon, but the momentum is feeling like it's back on Boom ID's end, Boom Esports end, and they're starting to clump up. They need to make this Aegis pay off. You've got Yopaj back up. There's the team fight factor to consider now. Have to be a bit cautious with that aggression.
The double damage rune down at that bot lane as well. And they are going to run into it now, and that's going to make things even better for Boom Esports. As, Dreamer Cell looks like he'll just get the bottle and take it for himself. That's going to be a very, very scary life stealer in that next team fight.
It's still a bit of an issue up against Skem. They are smoked up though, so they're going to keep trying. They really want to find that pick off while they have the advantage here.
Skem doesn't want to get run in on like this. Luckily for him, JG's the one to break the smoke, and he just melts. Not even close for Dreamer Cell, and they're going to find another play hard. It's been caught, but they do buy back on JG. They might want to take this fight. Play hard will survive. Now Yopaj to roll in. They get the double soul bind off on both cores, but who is going? They're just tossing people into the team fight now. Play hard. I'm not sure about that one. JG. What was that?
That's 2 diebacks.
Yeah, but
I can tell you that, Mike.
Was that an accident? I
think
what was
so.
the idea there? Like, I'm gonna toss them in, and then we're gonna just jump in?
Inkswell on top? I really don't know, but they lose out a massive amount. Boom now has that 3K lead. They've still got the Aegis. They've still got a lot in their belt. They were playing without Skem as well. Like, I don't know why you force these fights without your strongest hero. You need Skem in front. That's just the facts of the matter. That's just the state of the game. The PA is the star of the show, and for that punishment, Boom, they set their sights onto the high ground.
All right, well, I guess so. Without buybacks available on those 2 supports, it's not going to be too hard. Still got the Aegis cheese. Boom Esports will take the first racks of the game. They're just going to back off. A very easy one.
Yeah, no contestation. Neon just playing it super safe. They know they have to deal with 2 lives here from Boom. They know they've got a lot of sustain. The Guardian Greaves are in play from Hyde. You know, along with that Hand of God, it is just way too much to kind of process. Now you've got this Blink and Kezcute, so the Tusk can come in for the saving snowball plays. It makes it much more difficult for Neon to find those openings. It just gets harder and harder here. You really start to look to Skem. It's his show. He has to burst these heroes down. He goes all in on the Satanic. No buyback, and he's queuing up the Divine. So they know the state. They know the stakes. They know what needs to happen. That's just what Skem needs to do now.
Fine Rapier, always a bit of fun. easy. Scam won't bother going to the other side of the river. Play hard. Hopefully we don't see those tosses in the next team fight. This was,
Ooh.
wasn't the play.
No.
Boom Esports,
Definitely not.
they're just controlling the map right now. They understand there's no rush. I mean, perhaps there is somewhat of a rush if they know there's a Divine coming on Schem. They do get the infest off on Makoto. Neon. Schem is going to reveal himself mid. He is blurred, but they do ping him out. They know he's there.
It's a less than ideal time for Boom. Aegis is going to expire right about 5 seconds, so they're not going to be able to maximize that second life. At this point, because it's so close, just wait out the Abyssal. There's that Aegis, so wait for the Abyssal on Dreamosol. That lets you hammer into the heroes even better, even catch that PA out unattended, so just a bit more patience here for Boom. They don't have the Aegis, so there's nothing to use up. Just a bit of a patience game. Of course, you run the risk of just letting Neon farm to that Divine point Schem. He's been up there. And he's still #1 in that word. Our PA still hits like a truck. And you're always a bit worried about that instant dagger crit might come out later on.
Certainly so. Boom, just holding that high ground again. Trying to find the perfect position to try and make the jump in on Neon. There's your Abyssal Blade out on Dreamer's Soul now. Schem still just casually working towards his own Divine Rapier. Looks like they might just wait for the next Roshan play, Boom Esports. It's still not a very confident time. In fact, you look at the win probability right now, John, it's an even 50-50. It's it was dead even, now it's a 49-51. But it is still a very, very even game between these two. It's just not safe enough for Boom to feel confident for another high ground attempt, nor a big team fight.
Yeah, I mean, they're paying that respect towards Neon. What will set Boom up is maybe a pickoff if they find it, but they're not going to be able to. You see Neon, they're grouped up. They're the ones to try to hunt here.
Kescute was almost caught out in the mid lane. Not quite yet. Play hard. They're going to find Makoto. He will dissimulate. Roll is not going to connect. And now he just jumps in with the Infest onto JG and John Newell. They're both going down. Play hard now. Open wounded up. But they are focusing on Schem, who is going on hide now. Schem with the BKB. Finding one. Can he find any more? Not while Dreamer Soul's there. But he jumps into the back lines and clears out some Chen creeps. But now the control is upon him. And he's gone. Looks like they're going to find another in the form of Yopaj on the Earth Spirit. Play hard trying to help out, but he really can do nothing. So Yopaj has to get out on his own, but he cannot. That'll be Boom Esports clearing out 4 of them. And this is the time where you go high ground.
Yeah, they take 3 heroes out, no buybacks. They could force a buyback of Schem. But at this point, what do you expect Schem to do? Like, if he man-fights Dreamosol, Dreamosol eats right through. He's got the Abyssal, you do not. It's a hard point. You're relying on those crits landing every hit. And even then, that might not be enough.
That'll be your T3 tower gone. Your mid-rack's going down as well. Very, very easy for Boom. And at this point, you really need that Divine to be up if you want to have a chance at these team fights, because even if you do get lucky with crits, it's not enough. You need to be able to one-hit people out of these team fights.
Yeah, that's the only play left. And because Schem did buy back, I mean, his Divine timing is going to be compromised. He's not going to have buyback for 7 minutes as well. So he is in the clear to just finish it up once the gold is there. That's just the next spike for them. And level 25 would be really good. I think in this case, I don't know if you want the damage over triple strike stifling dagger. I think the daggers are a safer bet to keep shoving out the waves, but If they feel the lack of damage, you're going to have that second spike coming up on top of the Divine as well.
Very true. Chance going to be out. Oh, Yapaj has been caught by the Abyssal, but he gets 4-staff down there, and another 4-staff will get John Newell out as well, but Makoto is going to clean up one. Going back in after JG. Yapaj will start a team fight. Skem is also there. There goes Hyde. They're still trying Skem, but he's going to be careful about that roar out from FBZ. And that might just be it. He has no buyback, and they've called it. GG is there, and Boom Esports take a very convincing 2-0 victory over Neon. While Game 2 was a lot closer, Boom Esports, they just looked too strong today.
Yeah, I mean, that was definitely not a drafting issue. They fixed up their draft for Game 2 there, Neon. They just got outplayed.